So I recently read a book on self-improvement, which is probably the best book I ever read on that topic. But let's sit on the table and let's talk about it. Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to Firmly Talking. So in today's video, I'm gonna do a book review on this book, which is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Manson. And it's this book basically, it's like, I mean, to be honest, it's one of the best self-improvement books that I ever read, to be honest. Like, I read some of them and not like around maybe like 6, 7. And I basically wrote down the most important phrases and topics which I found super interesting and important to have in mind. And I'm here to talk about them and expose them and give arguments to them. But first of all, the book has different chapters, alright? And those are such as don't try, happiness is a problem, or like the value of suffering, as well as you're no one, you're wrong about everything, or failing is the way forward, and that failing or like the obstacle is actually the way on where to go. But I'm here to expose the most important phrases that I consider by myself, which are the most important, and those that really, and I really felt that this is I was like, wow, this is really important and everyone should know. So I'm here to show them up and to expand them and give arguments to them and comment about that. So the first one is regarding pursuing, because the more that you pursue a failure, the more satisfied you become, and the more desperate you want to be rich or get a job or get a girlfriend, the more poor and unworthy you will feel when you think that and you want to achieve that, regardless of how much money you make, how hot you are, how many girlfriends you had before. And that's basically the idea of desperation, because when you're desperate about something, it's more difficult to get it as opposed to when you are not trying that hard. So basically this tells the idea of that you should not chase and do everything little by little and showing a little bit more of interest in everything. If it's a job, with your boss, with a friend, with a girlfriend, with a girl, whatever. It's always like that. The second is regarding habits, because of course there's good and bad habits. Everyone has bad habits and good habits, that's clear. But you should always, and apart from that, you should always take into account and take 100% or even more accountability on your decisions. Because if something wrong or something bad happens into your life, actually the only reason it's you, it's because of you, because of your decisions and how you're acting in your life. So basically you shouldn't blame others from your problems or external factors, because when you blame external factors and you think that your life is shit because of external people or external factors or external companies or people, or it doesn't matter. If you don't take accountability on that, I can guarantee you that everything in your life is going to become more shitty. And examples of bad habits are those such as dominance, threat, manipulation, violence, indiscrimination, or wanting to be the center of attention all the time. But we also have those such as not being able or not knowing how to be alone, or being liked by everyone. Like, no one likes everyone, and the other way around, no one can like the same person as the same way, and there's always some people that like and dislike other people. But then at the same time, we also have good habits, such as humility or curiosity or unfair charity, humility, self-respect or creativity. So basically it just quotes the difference between these two, like between good habits and bad habits, and also kind of like a way to remove bad habits and keep only the good ones, even that there's other books are focused more on those and that topic. The third one is regarding responsibility, because on everything that happens in your life you should take action in everything. So be always the one that is the self form of yourself, where you take your own decisions and you take action in everything that is related to your life and your actions and what you want to achieve. The fourth is regarding uncertainty, because when you doubt about everything and you're not sure about something that you're doing or if it's going to be successful, like for example you start a business, you're not going to be successful, but if you're uncertain and all that, you're gonna put even more effort in doing specific thing in order to be successful. And also that comes the idea of being unconformist, because people that are not conformists, normally those are the ones that achieve greater things in life. Therefore, you should remove uncertainty from your decisions. When you take your decisions, you should be certain that those decisions are the correct ones. Because if you take decisions just like for taking them and you don't trust that those are the correct decisions, like you're really literally fucked, because of the fact that you don't trust yourself and your own decisions. So remove uncertainty from your life and from your decisions. Then the fifth is regarding failure, because when you're aware of your weak points and what you are not good at, and you know where you failed in the past, that knowing that, it's key to improve and get better in what you're not good at. Because that's something that I learned from experience, and it's basically that whenever you see someone that is better in something than you, it's because he or she failed 5 or 6 times before you're trying that. That's why that person has more experience. That's why that person is getting a higher salary. That's why that person is better in a specific skill, because he or she failed so many times before. And that's why that person has more learnings on that. That's why that person is being more successful than you in that specific area. The sixth is regarding rejection, because you should be always ready and capable of saying no. There's so many people, uncomfortable people, even me at some point during life, of course, that I felt like I had not the power of saying no. For example, with decisions that I took in my life, that maybe I was pressured by boss, or I was pressured by a woman because of the fact that I didn't want to take a specific job, and the person pressured me. And I was like, he was pressuring me to maybe get a job or like do that job, even though the job was shitty and it was not good paid. And I was saying yes, that's completely wrong. And like when you are with a girl, but maybe you're not sure about that girl, and she's pushing you and wanted to do stuff with her wherever you are, it doesn't matter if you're at her place or in the bed or wherever. If she's trying to push you, say no. Be capable of saying no to what you don't want to do and what you don't like. The seventh is regarding relationships, and that's also kind of related to what I was talking in the previous point. But basically, that relationships and commitment is key at some point in life, because the idea is that at some point in life you need to choose commitment in everything. In relationships, in friends, in a job, in a specific sport, everything. Commitment brings value to your life. And for example, with women, being flaky and being, you even like as a man or as a woman, being flaky, being just like fucking around and having like continuously one night stands, that might bring you experience at some point in life, but it will not bring you stability and happiness on the long term. And that's why commitment, even like with a side hustle, like people that just upload, I don't know, one video every 2 months or every 3 months, that these kind of people, they do not get anywhere on platform like YouTube. But it's the constancy and the uploading every week and every week. That is what brings you consistent results. And that's why consistency and commitment in everything, in whatever field of life, that brings consistent results, and that brings eventually happiness when you're doing something that you really like and when you like so. And basically the book quotes, I have to read this because it's quite long, and it's basically that because the moment that you decide and you know that studying is more important than partying and drinking, then getting married and having a family is more important and valuable than one night stands and fucking around. And the day that working in a job and doing what you feel passionate, even if it's a side hustle, you will go motivated and you will do your job as best as possible. And when you reach this moment in life where you do all of this, then you will actually, eventually the turn around will pay off with all the relationship with people that you have, with people in the job, with people in a relationship, for example, with friends. Whenever you have that in mind, it's when you will actually fulfill that happiness. The phrase ninth is regarding being wrong about everything. Any quotes that you should be always wrong. I mean, you're actually always wrong with everything. And that failing once after the other, like one after the other, so you fail once, you recover, you fail once, you recover, you fail once, that's actually how your life improves. And that's actually how you get better in every specific area of your life, by failing continuously. And the last one is regarding mortality, because everyone, like every human being, eventually dies. And you should be always aware that that can happen at any point. So being able and facing death as something that can happen whenever, that's super important in order to do not frustrate about your goals and about your life. So that was it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to, of course, buy this book from the Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck from Mark Manson. Hope you liked it. I'm gonna link here my last video, like my last upload, and here for subscribing to Firmly Talking. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and remember to stay always firmly.